Well, if you've ever looked a horse right in the eye, at least I know, you can just connect with them so quickly. These amazing animals can help reduce your stress, lower your blood pressure, and just improve your overall wellness.
Yeah, that connection is like instant. DeForest Madison Gardner went to Northern Michigan Equine Therapy in Boyne City. She shows us how these magnificent creatures are helping people through emotional, physical, and mental challenges.
Claus is the same Claus as before.
Claus Nowell was a happy and healthy 19-year-old until one day his life changed forever.
It was probably the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like really lost.
Doctors weren't sure he would recover, and if he did, what his future would look like.
You're pretty much told that if he made it, he wouldn't ever function, wouldn't really know anybody, remember anything.
But Klaus's future looks bright. He does therapy, not at a clinic, but in a barn, on the back of a therapy horse named Goldie.
We're just like any other rehab facility, but our facility is in a barn and my therapy mat is a horse's back.
Northern Michigan Equine Therapy puts a spin on rehabilitation, letting the horses do the healing.
By putting him on the horse, I'm giving him symmetry of that right-left. He's getting constant input to the brain of right-left and rhythm, freedom of movement. That doesn't happen when you have a walker or a cane or you're in a wheelchair. The second you're up on the horse's back, you're receiving movement, and that's freedom. I have a couple of exercises where he's twisting and keeping his arms up.
Ready? Good. Up. Reach. Good.
Counting, standing up, and balancing to center himself in the saddle, working on the leg strength as well. Every single step that horse takes, Claus is working really hard to stay in that saddle.
So keep your eyes open for that letter K.
Has the therapy helped you?
So much. It's been better than most of the time.
Like the beams that hold up this barn, Goldie the horse provides unwavering support for Claus throughout these life-changing sessions.
Pretty much from the day we got in here, Claus has been very comfortable here. He loves the horses, everybody that works here. This is very refreshing being here.
Courtney Sumter founded Northern Michigan Equine Therapy. She feeds the horses, runs the farm, and manages every aspect of the nonprofit. Combining her love of horses with her career came naturally.
It's a labor of love, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
A labor of love, healing people like Claus and giving his family hope for the future.
He's definitely a fighter.
In Boyne City, Madison Gardner, The 4.
Yes, he certainly is.
Yeah, that's a great story.
It is.
And yeah, I mean, horses, I'm a horse girl, so you don't have to tell me twice.
About the benefits.
They heal me
exactly.
in my life. So, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. And yeah, how cool to be like his dad and to see, his son progressing in a program like that and change, like with this the interaction with the horse. I mean, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, rehabilitation does not always have to happen in a clinical setting. Today we're taking you to a barn. DeForest Madison Gardner is at Northern Michigan Equine Therapy in Boyne City, where she is learning how horses are healing humans.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think we can all agree that horses are some of the most fascinating, most beautiful creatures. They're capable of so much, like therapy, and I'm here at Northern Michigan Equine Therapy with Courtney Sumter, an occupational therapist and founder. What are we doing today?
Today we have Claus here, who participates in therapy once a week on his horse Goldie. Claus unfortunately received a traumatic brain injury from an auto-related accident a couple years ago, and what we're working on is giving Claus some input to the brain and retraining his brain about movement and rhythm. Also working on balance, coordination, and the list can go on. Mm-hmm. So we can get started in a session.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
All right, can you tell your horse to get moving?
Let's go.
Good job. So then, you guys, what is the movement doing?
So Claus is a little bit weaker on his left side, and what we want to do is we want to give his brain and his body symmetry, and that's what Goldie's doing. Her movement is teaching Claus again how to have that right-left coordination and balance. Claus is able to remove his hands from the saddle so that, and let's have your arms dangle here, Claus. So by having his arms dangle, that's another way for us, when we're walking, to balance ourselves. It's the only way that we can remove a walker or a cane or parallel bars in your typical therapy outpatient facility. By having his arms dangle is just like how you're walking right now. You're balancing yourself. So we're teaching him that that's possible for when he gets to the point where he doesn't walk with any adaptive equipment. All right, Claus, let's cross our arms. Sit nice and tall, chest up. Good. Ready? Big V. Good. Cross. 1. Good. Good. And really reach with that left arm. Reach, reach, reach. Good.
And this is strengthening his core.
Yep, this is strengthening his core, and then our goal is to get the right and the left arm to work together. Good job, and bring your arms down. And also work on strengthening that left side that's a little bit weaker. We want his arms to mirror, or to look exactly the same and be nice and symmetrical on each side. So that's a goal we're working towards.
Well, thank you guys so much for letting me kind of witness this therapy session. And it's clear that Claus keeps setting goals and accomplishing them.
Very neat.
Very nice story.
Yeah, it's so interesting to learn how that can help.
It is, the movement of the muscles and the horse, and him having to center himself on the horse. I mean, it's pretty clear benefits. I would say.
A fun challenge.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah.